Hey everybody, I want to talk about what my Patreon platform is going to look like for 2026 next year. So, you could be watching this and not be a member of my Patreon. Also, you might be watching this and you are a free member or you're a paying member of any of the current tiers for 2025. So, bear with me while I catch some of you up who aren't familiar with Patreon. So, Patreon is a subscription platform for creators, and what it allows is for you to be able to access all of the content on a certain page based on which tier you join. So, for example, if you've been a free member on my platform, then you know that I post updates and recipes, and I'll post occasional downloads or video links. And then if you're a paid member this year, I've been posting more recipes, downloadable lessons and guides, a couple of video lessons, some Meet the Plant videos, and some plant walk videos. And then for the higher tiers, those have been very specific paths of education or of consultation for healing. And so coming up in 2026, some things are going to stay the same. The Soil and Sky tier, which is $2 a month, you're still going to be able to access a monthly Meet the Plant video at that tier. And also, you'll receive some occasional seasonal reflections from me that are only going to be for paying members. If you join at the $5 a month tier, that's called Planting Seeds. You're going to get all the benefits of Soil and Sky, plus your monthly plant-inspired recipe. And then I'm going to launch something new, which is a seasonal guide. So for every season, I'm going to give you a pretty lengthy PDF that's going to cover some seasonal health practices, some herbs to look out for, some recipes, things like that. And that way, it's going to help you connect with nature and with herbalism throughout the seasons. For $10 a month, that's the Fields and Ferns tier. You get the benefits of the two previous tiers. You're also, this is going to be a little different, you're going to get access to our Plant Walk video archive. So I'm archiving all the past videos from plant walks and everything, and classes and lessons and so much more that hasn't even been offered on Patreon before. But members of Field and Ferns are going to get access to the whole archive of Plant Walk videos so that you can look through different months and see the videos and see what's out. And then you're also going to receive a monthly download. That could be a guide, a lesson, a video. It just depends what's happening that month. Now, if you're currently in Roots and Remedies or the Healing Grove, those two are going away for 2026, but good things are replacing them. So our $30 a month tier is Medicine in Motion. You have access to the previous three tiers, and this is going to be our custom herbal education tier. Okay, so this one, we are going to take a deep dive into understanding how to use the herbal apothecary. So this includes working on our own materia medica, so starting to understand individual herbs with more depth in a relational way so that it's not just something you feel like you have to memorize or that you have a remedy on the shelf and you can't remember when to use it. We're going to learn how to match plants to people and not just symptoms. So we're going to work a lot with understanding the individual constitution and the energetics of herbs. We're going to start learning more about the body systems and how herbs can impact different body systems, which herbs have affinity for which organs, like really learning like how do we know which herbs to work with and when and which ones to combine. So we're going to talk about formulation and adjusting formulation, discernment around timing, dosing, and other things. So this is a real deep journey in herbalism for people who maybe already feel comfortable with making a tincture, making an infused oil, and you already maybe have things on hand that you've made, but you feel a little lost about how to bring herbalism into daily life. That's what Medicine in Motion is for. You're not going to want to miss that one. So the next tier is the $50 a month tier. That one's called Healing Habits. Okay, so you're going to get access to Soil and Sky, Planting Seeds, and Fields and Ferns if you join this. Plus, what Healing Habits really is is it's more like a personalized, guided support group for people who want to shift their habits. So this could be diet, lifestyle, and having herbs in your life. And really, what we're going to do is go step by step through the year. And I'm going to offer some really easy to follow, accessible ways to shift our diet towards being more healthy, to shift our lifestyle. That includes our circadian practices, so our relationship with light and sunlight. And I'm going to talk a lot about the science behind why these things are so healing. We're going to talk a lot about hydration and water and how to really be hydrated, a lot about movement and incorporating movement in our body, stress reduction practices. So it's going to be like little things at a time because it can be overwhelming to shift to a healthy lifestyle. And the thing about this group is that we're going to have meetings and I'll be able to help you with any roadblocks that pop up. So very individualized work here with a lot of other people on the same journey, which makes it easier to make these shifts. Okay, now the final tier is Hearth and Hedge. This is going to be $80 a month, and at this tier you get access to everything else I mentioned, all the previous tiers. Plus, you're going to get access to all the archives that I'm building out. So that not only includes Plant Walk videos or Meet the Plant videos, it includes past courses, PDF downloads, video lessons that have not been released on Patreon before. It's all going to be in one place and you'll be able to access that each month to watch or download or whatever you want to do with it. And then finally, we're going to have also monthly calls together where that you can just ask anything. You can get any sort of advice from me that is helpful. So there's a lot packed into that tier. So I just wanted to hop on here and try to explain what the tiers are going to look like for 2026, and also to let you know that having this platform and having my patrons is a game changer for my life. What it really does is it allows me to teach these things to a much wider audience, and the income from Patreon also helps support me being able to offer free content. I try to teach at least one free class a month, usually at our local libraries or state parks, just to really get this herbal knowledge out into the world, because I just think it's so crucial and that so many people don't necessarily have access to it. So you're also supporting that in the world while supporting me being able to continue to do this and teach this path, which is such an honor to be able to speak for the plants and to help to bring people back into connection with nature and with their own well-being. So if you have any questions at all about the paths coming up in 2026, definitely let me know. And if you don't see these changes yet on Patreon, it's because they're not posted yet. So this is all going to launch the first week in January, and you won't necessarily see all of this posted prior to that. Now, if you're currently a member on Patreon, either free or otherwise, you can go into your account settings and you can change your membership tier. Okay, so if you hear something that you want and you're not part of that tier right now, if you're free and you want to try a paid tier, you can do all of that through your personal account settings, signing up or changing your membership tier. And just remember that this is monthly and you can cancel. So you can join for a month and then you can go back to being a free member, right? It's totally works with your budget and your time that month, and you can shift, maybe this month you're wanting access to the $30 tier, but next month you want the $10 tier. You definitely can do it that way. Something to be said for medicine in motion and healing habits is that both of those are going to be sequential. So you are going to get the most benefit if you join and try to stay with it. But that's not to say that you can't do it another way. It's just that we might be touching on things that build on something we covered the previous month, and you might have a little catching up to do. So as always, please reach out if you have questions or if there's something that you would love to see me offer here on Patreon that you don't see. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in 2026.